Hello everybody. Today is a really good day because we're going to be doing a makeup look with my favorite color, purple. Also, my newborn is now a month old. We made it through the first month. I haven't been sleeping and I have a perpetual migraine, and yet I'm somehow pushing through for you guys because I love being here and I love doing this and nothing's gonna stop me. So today we're gonna be looking at the Amethyst collection from Colourpop. I recently got that. I tried to match as much as I could. I got my Indie City earrings on. These really match beautifully with the palette. I've got this shirt from Eloquii that I got in 2014 or 15, a long time ago. It's almost vintage, right? Give or take. No, but we're getting there. But seriously, I am so excited to work with this palette today because it features some beautiful purples. And what I feel like sets this palette apart, from, say, your everyday run-of-the-mill purple palette, is that it features those more cool toned cool toned purples. And I feel like the tone of purple is very on point with the Pantone's color of the year, that like periwinkle purple. This is a very 90s purple that we're seeing here, this very 90s purple aesthetic. For a while there, we were seeing like your typical bright purples, your lilacs, and we love those too. But like this right here, these like more shimmery purples, these darker moody purples, this was very big in the late 90s and the early 2000s. I was all about them at that time, and I'm so glad they're coming back. And I love the idea of it coming back in an amethyst palette. I just love this. So I always tell you what shades are not eye safe. We have an all clear on this. Every shade in this palette is eye safe. Now this collection, this Amethyst collection, also featured two Super Shock shadows, and I have both of them. This one is in Dream Much and this one is in Tassel. We also saw Tassel come back in the 20 new Super Shock shadows from Colourpop. So I'm a big fan of these. So we're gonna do a look. I'm thinking that maybe we'll use this Dream Much as a base because it's a beautiful shade, and then we'll go from there. But of course we got to get our face done, we've got to get some skincare on, we've got to prep, and then we can really like get into it. So let's start by doing a little prep on the face. My eyes are really bad today, so we're going in with the AVON Equinox Clinical Collagen Booster. It's a 2-in-1, which I really appreciate. I've been using it like crazy. So you use the gel part on your eye and it helps to like lift up the eye area. Oops. I have a little, like, it looks like I have shadow on there, but I don't, because my eyes are like dark. I have like dark brown, like darker eyelids, and it always looks like I'm wearing makeup. I've told this story before, but I'm gonna tell it again. Whenever I do like a skincare anything for a brand, and they specifically say no makeup, and I'm just like, sure, yeah, no makeup. I do have a little bit of residue down here, but this is just like my thing. But they'll tell me like, don't do makeup, and they'll be like, oh, it's a lovely shade of brown you have on. I'll be like, that's my eyelid. And then I'll literally send them a video of me like scrubbing my eyes and being like, see, all me. So it's a little, you know, sometimes it's nice because then it looks like I'm wearing makeup when I'm not, and other times like today it just makes me look really tired. So the Equinox by AVON gives a lifting look. You've got your gel for the eye, you've got your cream for under the eye. We're gonna let that sit while we do our makeup look so we can get some like nice skincare benefits while we're getting pretty, right? I'm also going to be using the 4th Ray Beauty, which is under the Colourpop umbrella. This is a Rainfall Hyaluronic Acid Serum, and this is going to hydrate my skin, make it look a little plumper, kind of reduce the look of those pores, and add that much needed hydration. Whenever we wear makeup, you have to put something hydrating underneath so that your makeup is not pulling hydration from your skin. So important. It's so important to have that prep. So put a little bit of that on. It's got a nice tacky feel. Now we're gonna get the brows done. I've been reaching for this nonstop ever since I received it. It's the NYX Thick It Stick It brow product. I love it because it gives my brows like that laminated look. It kind of makes them a little bit more fuller. And like, just look how easy it is to use. So as you use it, it kind of like builds on the brows you have. It shapes them nicely, gives a nice little tint. I'm using the shade Espresso, and I feel like it works really well for my dark brows, and it leaves me not having to put any pencil on after. I feel like it gives me that look without having to add any pencil on. So yeah, we got the brows on point with NYX. So thankful that they sent this to me because I've been obsessed since they sent it. I've been really like loving it. We're also gonna get my lips on point. This is the Balm Pineapple Lip Scrub. I actually received this in a subscription box. But if it works, right? And you just rub it on. It smells like pineapple. It like hydrates and also exfoliates. A lighter exfoliant, but it works. My lips look in a better place. So I'm also going to put on one more product on the face because I've been very tired looking, and this is the Image Skincare Luma Intense Facial Illuminator, and it gives just a little, let's shake it up a little bit. It gives an illumination to the face, like a very like natural, like, you know, like not, I put a ton of highlighter on my face glow, but more like a, you know, I'm hydrated, I'm sleeping well, you know, my skin is healthy kind of glow. And you know, sometimes that's all we want. You know, sometimes I'll just put this on before I go out somewhere if I don't want to look like a mess. I'll just put this on and I'll skip the foundation and whatnot. I'll just leave this on and it'll really give my skin a nice like dewy, glowy kind of complexion that makes my skin, like I said, look more natural, more happy. I'm also going to put on the Lottie London. This is the Sweet Lips Mask and Balm, just to give some hydration for while we do our eyes. Just going to hydrate the lips as we go through the eye look. As for a primer on the eye, I was going back and forth, and I think I do want to use a primer, but this isn't a primer per se, but it's the Wander Duelist Concealer. I use this usually to conceal under my eyes, but you can also use it on your eyelids if you would like to use it as a primer. And since it doesn't settle into your crease or anything like that, it really helps to kind of like prep your eyelid area without being like thick. Now don't get me wrong, I love a good like thick primer that I know is gonna like velcro my eyeshadow on, and then sometimes I just want like a nice thin coating to kind of like neutralize, you know, all that color I said I have on my lid. It helps to like neutralize it as I get the food stuck out of my teeth. Ate some grape leaves earlier and they are relentless. They get stuck in your teeth like crazy. Okay, so we're prepped, we're ready to go. Let's reach for that Colourpop. Yes, I prepped for this only because my eyes were so dark. I wanted to make sure we neutralize that. So we're going into the Super Shock Shadow, part of the Amethyst collection, and this is in the shade Dream Much. And you can use your finger, you can use a brush, but today we're going to use our finger. Look at that beautiful shade. And we're going to go all over the lid. And it's going to give like that beautiful like periwinkle purple color, very similar to like that shade in my shirt. I was very meticulous about like what I was gonna wear today. I was like, I want to match this collection, so we're gonna put that all the way up there. We're gonna like sheer it out. I love the Super Shock shadows because honestly with this shadow I could call it a day and be like, we're done, boom, that's it. Just because they're so pretty, and the way they apply is like you can apply them nice and thick on the lid and then sheer them out and get that like that nice like dewy, not dewy, but like shimmery look on the outer corners, but you're only using one shade, but it looks like it could pass as 2 shades. You can get it to kind of pass for 2 shades, you know? So that's it. Now let's go into this beautiful palette. Now we're going to be putting all of our shades over this beautiful shade that we just did. I know it sounds like a waste, but don't worry, it's going to work, I promise. So we're going to go, we need to like I want to deepen out this edge over here. So I'm thinking let's go into, there's Royal Affair or Crystal Crazy. I kind of like either one. And I also like that they included this gray, although I don't think I'm going to use that gray today. Let's go into Crystal Crazy. I really like that one. So we're just going to take a fluffy brush. And I'm just gonna like swoop it in there in like circular motions. I want that outer V nice and smoked out. Nice like smoky amethyst. That works really nicely together. And this is actually blending out pretty nicely. So I like that. Now we're gonna go into the other side. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Palette's great. So just getting it in there. I like how that's coming out. It's like adding just a little bit of dimension, but it's definitely not overpowering like all of that shimmer that we have going on. It's not like taking away from it. I feel like it's enhancing it. So I do want to use another shade in here, and I'm thinking about going into this like pinky color, but I'm wondering if this would be too dark to do under the brow. This one probably better under the brow, but I'm gonna go into this one too. Like I'm eyeing it and I'm like, get on my lid. So let's first do under the brow. So I'm going into brilliant, and this is more of an opalescent shade rather than like a metallic shade. What I mean by that is like you can see that it's almost like you don't even see it on the brush, but when you apply it, you see that like reflection in the light. You see that? I love that so much. When I first went to college, there was a shade just like this that I was obsessed with, and they sold it to me at the store. They said, if you put this over a black shadow, it will transform it. And it was a great marketing because it's like, of course it would transform it. But like the way they showed it, I was like, oh, that's stunning. And I was obsessed with it. I forgot what store it was. It was like a store that didn't really sell makeup, but they had makeup. It was like, not Bath and Body Works, like the body store or something. I can't remember. But this shade reminds me of that so much in a really like nice, nostalgic way. I went to college in 2004, so very of the moment. So now I want to go into Sunbird. So I'm going to go into it and I'm going to put it like right in the middle. And I'll blend that into the smoky color. Oh, that works perfectly because it's like, it works really well with the Super Shock we put on. Oh, yes. That just looks super pretty. It's like brightening it up a little bit more. It's like really playing well with each other. And then on the lower lash line, we're going to go into Royal Affair because I had my eye on it. And also this one's really nice, like triagonal. Do you see like the slight glitter in there? I'd want to wear that on its own. I would want that to shine on its own. So I'm putting under here, this is Royal Affair. I really like that. Then I'm going to wipe up my brush because I believe in using brushes over and over. And I'm going to go into high grade. So this is high grade right here. It's a beautiful like pinky. And I'm going to go right along here, kind of into the inner corner. I feel like that works. Oh, that is pretty. I like that so much. Very earthreal. All right, smoky earthreal. So now we got to get some, I do want to do liner and lashes with this look. I feel like it can stand up to it. So let's see what we got. Let's see what kind of liner we have. I have a few things at my disposal. I have my lash glue. I have this Oma. This is the Cleopatra ink, Blacker Than Black, y'all. I love the name of it. This is a black owned business. Give them some support. I love them because this pencil, well, not pencil. I love this liner in specific because it's super thin. Look at how thin that is. It's probably like one of the thinnest liners I've ever seen. So if you're looking for like a minimal black liner, which I am, and as long as I don't mess this up, you know, like if you want to do like a tiny little flick of liner, or if you want to get creative, this is the liner for you. I don't think I've ever seen one this thin. So I'm really trying. I'm visually impaired, so it's a little hard for me to see where I'm going. So I'm relying on where I feel it going. And I think I got it. I got a nice little tiny little wing. Hopefully it's a nice little tiny cute wing. Like this one didn't come out as cute, but I did try, and honestly, if you want to get creative, this is the liner for you. It's great. All right, so now we're going to be using some eyeliner glue, and we're going to be reaching for some lashes. I didn't think this far ahead. I had lashes here. Let's see. We got some Bloodline Beauty lashes. We're going to use those. So I have some Bloodline Beauty lashes, and these are in the Drum Beat design. Indigenous owned, beautifully high quality lashes. They will make your eyes pop. And we're doing a Colourpop look. We want that. We want our eyes to pop. So Bloodline Beauty has more than lashes, but their lashes, they also have a brow pencil. I was looking at it, I was like, damn, I should have used that today, but I can't get this open. But they do have other products as well, and I think you guys should absolutely check them out and support Indigenous owned business. So it's a little bit of an unspoken goal of mine that like I don't mention too often, but it's an unspoken goal of mine that no matter what look I'm doing, I try to include at least one brand that's BIPOC, because it's important to have that continued visibility, you know, whether they're Indigenous or they're Black owned, or, you know, Latino owned, like anybody on the BIPOC spectrum. I always try to include when and where I can, at least at the very minimum, one brand, because that visibility is important. And these lashes are Balm from Bloodline Beauty. Obsessed, and I really think that they go well with this look. So we got the lashes on, we're good. Let's get a little mascara on. just to kind of like complete that lower lash line. And I'm thinking we're going to go into the It Cosmetics. These are Hello Lashes because they're gentle on my lashes and they don't dry them out. And they don't like go overboard on my lower lashes because we don't want that. So let's start doing the face. And we're going to go back into the Duelist Concealer from Wonder Beauty. And we're going to conceal under that under eye area. If you don't know that I'm obsessed with this, this is, this is almost empty. And this is my second one because I love it that much. I think that if you're in the market for a new concealer, I know people say like, oh, I have my favorite concealer already, but like, I thought I did too. And then this came around and it's like, I can't even, I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't remember what concealer I used to be obsessed with because this came and I was just like, what? And then that was it. Like this has been like my go-to concealer because it erases my dark circles. It makes my under eye area look brighter and lighter and happy. I love it. It always makes me feel good when I use it. We did so much skin prep. I'm going to skip the primer because we're wearing Image Skincare, Fourth Ray Skincare, the concealer that I have. You know what? I don't think we need it. So I'm just going to be going into the It Cosmetics Your Skin But Better. Love this foundation because it's water light and very just great if you're looking for less a less heavy product, especially as we get into the spring months. You don't want all that, you know, cakeage. And I love that I can just apply this with my hand, glide it on as if it was a skincare, and it gives that medium coverage. Again, a water light finish, and it does cover up a lot of my like sunspots, my redness, but it never makes my skin look not like my skin. So you do have a little bit of freckles, you know, that peek through. You do have that like natural skin texture that you can see, but like in a good way. So it always looks like your skin, but better. It lives up to its name 100%. And I find that like it really just like perfectly matches my skin tone too. So now that we're done with that, let's get some products on the face because I do want to do like just a little bit of like light blush with this look because purple is a color that like it can clash with a lot of things, but it can also work really nicely with a lot of things. So I'm going to go into Love from FMG. This is FMG. This is available through AVON. It is the Colors of Love Glow Beads. And they're literally like little beads with hearts. They're really fun and playful. And I feel like this color specifically would work really nicely with this look. So try not to get the beads stuck in the brush. And it's like a highlighter blush. It's called, what is this? This is a highlighter, but it's like a highlighter blush. You know, it's going to have a lot of those, you know, pinky aspects. I might put a blush on with this. But it keeps up that illumination. And I like the way that looks on. You know what? I don't know if it needs like an extra blush. So you know what? I was going to go into an extra blush, but I was like, no, let the eyes speak for themselves. So now we're going to go into a lip product. This is brand new from Colourpop. This is the Luxe Lip Oil. And it's in the color Hey with like 3 Y's after it. And I always, whenever I would like hit up a dude that I wanted to see, I would always hit him up with the 3 wide Hey. And it's like, that was my way of saying like, hey, you know what I mean? So it's like, this kind of brings back memories of dating. I don't miss dating though. But this is so lightweight, has like a light fragrance. And look at that glossy gloss. Look, oh, and it's giving just a light bit of color. And this beautiful warm toned purple, which kind of like ties this whole purple look together. I'm a huge fan of the way this turned out though. Seriously, I think that it really nailed the Amethyst aesthetic that I was going for. What do you think? It's a cute little TikTok transition in this Colourpop look. I'm pretty proud of it. Pretty proud of it. So this look obviously is a little bit more like nighttime, smoky, glam, but I think that there's a lot of potential for this palette to be like very cute, everyday, soft, you know, look. But I really wanted to go big the first time we use this. So of course we're going to dig into this again. I'm going to put it on my makeup table so we can dig into it again. But I think that the Amethyst collection is giving us all the amazing purple vibes that we need right now. All the amazing like purple aesthetic. Purple is so royal and rich and just chef's kiss. I love my office is purple. My shirt is purple. My earrings are purple. Like I love, there's so much in this room that's purple. I have Prince on the wall. He is king of purple. So like this collection spoke to me, and the quality was really good. There was some kickback in the pan, so when you're using your brush, especially a fluffier brush, be prepared to see that fallout in the pan. When you're doing a look, be careful because that could translate to fallout on your face, but you saw that I had no fallout from using this, which I was very, very excited about. The pigmentation was great. You saw how easily and pigmented it stayed. The pigment stayed where I wanted it to go and sheared out where I needed it to go. So I feel like a lot of their quality has improved, like definitely stamp of approval there. But I love this palette. Like I said, the only thing that I didn't like was a little bit of kickback in the pan, but you can minimize that by the technique you use, which brush you choose. So even though I was doing this, I kind of kept tapping in to pick up those little specks so that nothing went to waste. And then when I did have to, I did a little blow, which you shouldn't really, you know, blow on your palette too much because you could put bacteria, but you can, like, you know, do a little, you know, do a little that if you do happen to see it. But I did like it, and especially using the Super Shock as a base, that's going to minimize your fallout. And if you're using the Super Shock in general, like the one in the collection, they're super cute and purple, and you're not gonna have any fallout anyway because Super Shock Shadow doesn't have any fallout. Thank you for always for watching my stories. I send you all lots of love, positive vibes, and hope that no matter what's going on in your life, that it all becomes sunshine for you too. Come party on this hill with me. Lots of love.